Yay, Mike's Instant Movie Review. Just saw Venom: The Last Ride. I have a feeling that this end of the trilogy will not be the end of the Venom movies. It feels very much like they left the door open. Should you so see it? Should you go not? I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. Not a super huge enthusiastic thumbs up, but for me, this is kind of a new experience with this Venom character. In 2021, I found myself seeing the second movie, not realizing it was a sequel. I had missed the 2018 movie, and so in 2021, I found myself seeing this character, and he's got the alien thing. I didn't even know he was an alien. I didn't know what it was, an alter ego of sorts. And I found myself entertained by the movie. I believe Woody Harrelson was in it as the bad guy. And then we get to this, and it's like, oh my God, there's a sequel, this Tom Hardy and The Last Dance and Venom. So I actually did something I don't normally do. I did sign up to go see the IMAX, like the big fan night. I got this cable thing. I'll probably put this on eBay. This is like to organize your cables. So the Foreign Object eBay store will most likely have this. No offense. It looks like a very nice item. I just think someone else would want it more than I do, and I can get a few bucks for it. But I actually watched the first Venom movie from 2018 today. I was doing my thing on my computer, and on my other computer, I rented from Amazon Prime for like $3.50 the original 2018 film. And I did enjoy it, and I thought that, like, man, I feel like this is one of those situations where had I been a Venom original, like with this thing since the beginning of the movie series, I probably would have enjoyed it a whole lot more, given the context that was presented in the first one. Probably some of you fine folks know more about this stuff than I do. What happened to the Michelle Williams character that was in the first one? If you've seen the third one, there's this beautiful blonde female scientist in this third one. I was thinking, is this the same Michelle Williams character? Has she been recast with a different actress? I really didn't know until towards the end of the movie. It became abundantly clear that that was not the case. Now, some of you fine folks might fancy yourself Marvel film experts or aficionados, and I don't claim to be that. I do see most of these Marvel movies. I find that my tastes lean towards the one that I call self-contained. For instance, I did like this Scarlett Johansson one from pandemic days 4 or 5 years ago. Was it Black Widow? Was that hers? And then even the one, a summer ago or earlier this year, I think it was in March of 2024, the beautiful Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney. I like that one too, which everyone shat on, the Madam Web one. So my tastes, are different for these Marvel movies, and I don't get all worked up about if they're consistent with the fucking universe and all this horse shit. I don't like this multiverse stuff. It's such a cop-out. Although I did like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the last one that came out in the summer of, I guess, 2024. I like that one a lot. So I have my hypocrisies. I have my inconsistencies. But going back to this Venom movie, if you're wondering, should you go see it? I enjoyed it. In fact, I've been missing out on this whole 4D experience thing. One of my local theaters, Regal Cinemas, has this 4D theater has a 4D auditorium in the theater, and I haven't seen anything in the 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years I've been going to that theater. I haven't seen anything in 4D. I probably will go, if I remember, go see this Venom, The Last Dance in 4D, because I guess they throw smoke at you and they have light shows or whatever the fuck they do. It's more of a immersive experience, as the fucking kids say. Going back to this film, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. My blood sugars were probably all over the place. I did have a nice swim today. I did have a nice quick workout. I had a couple of chicken salad sandwiches, so my blood sugar was probably flying all over the place, and I did probably conk out early on, but I didn't miss much. Well, I guess I don't know what I missed because I missed it. The family, in case you've seen this movie already, there is this hippie vegan family that Eddie and the Venom hook up with, and they pal around. There's this really nice moment. This is not a huge spoiler, but it is a bit of a spoiler. Where have you ever seen the movie Almost Famous, when they're sitting in the plane and or the bus, and they're all singing that song together, the Elton John song, Tiny Dancer, I think it is. In this movie, there's kind of another scene in this one where Eddie and this hippie family, this vegan family, a conspiracy-based dad, they're sitting in the van, and the dad breaks out this little ukulele or this little guitar, and he starts playing Space Oddity by David Bowie. Now, most of us know the song is "This Is Ground Control" to Major Tom, etc. And the father is like initiating this sing along with the reluctant teenage daughter. That's always good. That's always a good staple. The tow-haired younger brother, and then the go along mom, and they're singing this song, and they're encouraging Eddie to sing along. And for me, at least, the tension in this scene is, okay, when is Eddie gonna give way to Venom, and Venom is gonna snap into it like Randy Savage with a Slim Jim? And when is Venom gonna start singing this song and like just go nuts and get all venomy on us and freak out the family, and that's gonna be a big laugh? Well, here's the mild spoiler. It doesn't happen. We just sit in this pool of tension, this pool of anticipation, waiting for Venom to poke through or to pop through and sing the fucking Space Oddity song, and he never does. And I thought that was like real filmmaking. Like, and I know that Martin Scorsese has poked the bear of the Marvel Universe fan club with, saying that these are not real movies or this is not high art cinema, whatever the fuck he said, which I think his statements were kind of taken out of context 7 or 8 years ago anyway. But I kind of agreed with him at the time, but I do feel like this moment was a real cinematic moment which played with the audience. Like, our expectation is, okay, the family is having this nice sing-along, and it's going to get broken by the presence of Venom, and we're all going to have a big giggle and a shit. Well, it never happened. And so you see the humanity of Eddie and Venom. They kind of like, Venom even says himself, "I'm glad we didn't eat this fine family." So, I mean, I kind of like these Venom movies. What could I tell you? I mean, I think this Tom Hardy guy, he's such a grounded actor. I remember back to the movie Warrior, and didn't he have something to do with one of these Batman movies? I mean, I know he's one of these actors that you're supposed to know he did everything. Look, my brain can only handle so much information. I can't remember every goddamn actor's every goddamn movie. I have too many of my own projects. Fight or Play Basketball, just recorded the audiobook. Just acted in a film myself, The Roaring Game with Mickey Rourke and others. And films of mine you can see currently. Movies that I'm in, you can see currently. Just look at IMDb Pro, Mike Messier. It's not that hard to discover all my wonderful talents in the world. Yet I try to support these other actors, my colleagues. But I just remember Tom Hardy from Warrior, and I like that movie with Kurt Angle and the brothers and Nick Nolte and all that horse shit. So, I mean, I like Tom Hardy, but I don't sit there memorizing every goddamn movie that he's in. Sorry, I don't have time to do that because I'm too busy with my own adventures. But I do like the fact that he's a grounded actor. He grounds this stuff. He grounds it. He has gravitas, okay? And, I was wondering, and maybe you find folks, if you want to comment or don't, where is the Michelle Williams character? Is she too good for this nonsense? Did she get her head bitten off in the second one that I don't remember? Because that seemed to be like the big hook of the first one, was like this love triangle. And the actor, I didn't realize, is in Veep, which is a show that's been on for 10 or 12 years that I never watched until recently. But the Veep guy is like the doctor. He's in this love triangle. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, okay, so the female doctor in this one, I guess, spoiler, towards the end of the movie, is she going to be like the star? Like, she becomes kind of this pink, Mighty Morphin pink fucking thing. She becomes another, whatever the fuck, alien host or whatever you want to call it. So are they segueing into that? Is that actress, I don't even know who she is, but is she got the star power to handle a bunch of spinoffs? Then was the other character's name Christmas? Was that her? I mean, there's one little trend here that I'm seeing in movies in the last year or so. there used to be a thing where if you had like the main character and then like an ensemble of good guys, one of the ensemble of good guys had to bite it, like had to get killed. You know, like sort of going to the Rocky movies where Mickey died, then Apollo died, spoilers, and then even they killed off Adrian and the brother-in-law. But I mean, other movies where there's like a pack of 4 or 5 good guys or supporting good guys, they would always kill one off. You know what I mean? Now they don't seem to kill anybody. Like now you see a movie with 4 or 5 like protagonists, and they all seem to survive. And like maybe they get a little cut on the belly. Like this movie had the deal where everyone was getting a little cut on the belly, you know, and even the fucking Joker too. It's like, oh, a cut on the belly. It used to be like I got shot in the arm. Now it's like I got cut in the belly. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Maybe the next gimmick will be somebody gets their nose cut off. Like you'll start seeing all these movies where some character gets his nose cut off, and then he comes back for the next movie and he's just got no nose. No offense to my nose, differently abled friends. Okay, fine, folks. It's your buddy Mike Messier. I've got wonderful things to do. There's Thursday night football. There's all these things. For those of you that have been wondering, gee whiz, Mike, did you block me on social media? I actually didn't. My Facebook, I'm gone from Facebook. If they're telling you that I blocked you, I didn't. I'm on Instagram as Mikey Messier and X as Mikey Messier and all these wonderful things. But the real catalog, the real sweet spot, of course, is MikeMessier.com. Okay, fine, folks. If you have a comment or a query or a question or a concern, you can write that in the comments section because it's so exciting. It's your buddy Mike Messier.